It's going to be a combination of a bunch of exercises to really relax the right side of that pelvic floor. Starting in this 90-90 sitting, feeling left ribs drop down and right rib cage expand. With bolster under perineum, breathing down into that bolster, really feeling that pelvic floor expand. And you can press, kind of tucking, feeling abs on. You could press your left knee down to engage the left inner thigh and lift the left foot if you'd like. But if that's ramping things up, just keep that left hand on the right knee and feeling that breath come all the way down into the pelvic floor. Another option here is that you can be in that 90-90 position and just do a bit of a forward lean to just enhance the stretch in the outside of that right hip. Again, if it's too much, I wouldn't hold there for very long, but kind of one breath, rocking in and out of that. Next, we're going to come into all fours with one leg kick-standed out to the side. Probably the right side will be tighter than the left. Feeling stretch through the inner thigh, you're going to inhale and rock back. And then exhale, feel abs engage and shift forward. You're trying to feel the expansion of the pelvic floor and the inner thigh as you rock back, and then engagement of the abdominals as you rock forward. Good. Next thing is a modified pigeon stretch. So I'll show you this from both angles. You're going to cross that front leg as far forward as you can. That could be further or less far than I have here. You can drop down to elbows to keep that back rounded, and then sliding the back leg back down. Feeling big stretch in that right outside hip, but also feeling back body expanding. Then on the other side, the other option is, if you are having a hard time relaxing there, is to take the bolster and slide it underneath that right hip or the leg that we're stretching out in order to more maximally feel both the back and pelvic floor expand. Here we're going to do some pelvic floor foam rolling, particularly on that right side. So sitting on the foam roller and feeling your breath come all the way down. I even like crossing arms in front of abdomen to help that breath find its way down. You can stagger here on the foam roller with one foot up to decrease the amount of pressure or increase the amount of pressure, finding that sit bone and rolling from the sit bone to the midline and finding those sore tender spots and breathing down into it, trying not to fight it. Or you could come into a bilateral squat and you could see which side, if there's a side that feels tighter than the other, if there's a tight spot that you can find, and you can play a little bit there for the most amount of pressure.